Welcome to another Down the Rabbit Hole video. Well, this took a little longer than I expected, but I finally have the other Replicade item that I've been waiting for forever. Yes, I got Asteroids. And this was the killer app for me. When I had seen Tempest and Centipede and all those other ones years ago, I thought, nah. And I even tried out the Street Fighter machine when I was at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo. Much as I love Chun-Li, much as I love Street Fighter, it just didn't really do it for me. But when I saw Asteroids was being made, I was just like, okay, now I'm on board. I mean, the change machine is awesome, and Tempest is actually quite playable, quite good. But when I saw that Asteroids was coming, I totally changed my tune. I thought, okay, that is the game that I want to play, because I have memories of Asteroids. I love Asteroids. So let's open it up, and we'll just see how this looks. Okay, there's a bit of glue holding this closed. Now that I've got that open, all right, here it is. Here it is. Asteroids. Oh, yes. There she blows. Oh my God, this thing is gorgeous. Now, in addition, I'm going to open it up and I'm going to charge it up. I wonder, looks and plays like the original? I want to know, controls like the original? These tiny little buttons? I had thought to myself, there's no way this thing is going to work. But I have seen enough people on YouTube already playing theirs. And actually, that was the thing. These were going to be limited. And I was waiting to get reviews before I was going to purchase one. But when I heard it was a limited number, I was like, dang it, you got me where it hurts. All right, fine, I'll order the thing. I checked one video on the New Wave site showing a guy actually playing it with his little dainty fingers like he's playing a tiny piano. He made it work, so I thought, all right, I'm taking a leap of faith this thing is playable. I have since seen people actually play this thing, no problem. So I am curious how well it plays, because I've played me some real Asteroids over the years at different events. Very interested. But okay, enough dawdling. Let's open her up and try it out. Funny thing is, on the packaging, people have pointed out, wait a minute, it says here the 40th anniversary of Asteroids, but it's 2020, and this thing came out in 1978, 79? How can you're a little late there. I remember seeing this thing at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo, and I think they had intended this to come out a couple of years ago, but whether due to COVID or just changes in their supply chain or something, I think this was intended to come out for the 40th. It just missed the mark a bit. Now, where's the door? There's the door. Ooh, it's even magnetically held. Oh, look at that artwork. Look at that artwork. Oh my God. Now we got our usual styrofoam holding the machine. We got our little power thing for the charge machine. It'll be going into that. We have a cute little instruction manual designed in the style of the original machine from the 70s. So you got this nice old looking, worn, colored instruction manual. We do have once again, our tiny little quarters, which I'm just going to leave in that bag because I don't really think I need them. But interestingly, now, this I had seen people unbox, and I was like, what the heck is this? It's obviously a replacement control panel overlay where you could lay this down, but I was thinking, what? Shout out to Cool Toy. They actually figured out what this was. In the 70s and 80s, in the golden era of arcades, there would be times when the control panel would get worn out, it would rip, etc. And arcade owners would actually go to a company called Willis that would print off cheap knockoff control panel overlays. And that's what this is. This is a Willis control panel overlay for your Asteroids machine if you so want. But who cares about that? Let's check out... Oh, man. Rise from your grave. Oh, geez, Louise, this is looking great. There it is. Oh man, this thing looks just absolutely phenomenal. Same little thing at the back that looks like an old school speaker holder. Nice wood construction, really, really high quality. And the other nice thing is, to be accurate, it's got owl coin doors, little eye. So in back with this machine, as compared to like Tempest, you would put your quarter into that little circle and it would drop down. It was a different type of coin door. And people were saying they better have this accurate whenever they come out with this thing. Lo and behold, they did. So what they've done, basically, Replicade have just made these little pushable buttons. That's pretty cool. Let's peel off the control, or this screen protector. Nice. And there is Asteroids. Man, oh man. God, this is totally worth waiting for, and everything else. I'm going to charge it up. Now, okay, slight concerns I have when it comes to this control panel. I get what they had to do. These buttons are definitely accurate, and the control panel looks the way the original machine looked. But they are slightly too small and slightly far away from each other. I mean, we're talking fractions of inches here, but that does not look quite like the Asteroids machine. In other words, these should be ever so slightly larger, but I bet you, for ergonomic purposes, I've even got little volcano player 1 and player 2. I bet for ergonomic purposes, they've had to do that so you can actually play it with your fingers. We're going to find out. But first, what I got to do is charge this thing up, and then you can bet there's going to be some gameplay. All right, the Asteroids machine is all fully charged up, and I didn't actually open up this door before, but what I will be doing is keeping my little coins, just like for the Tempest. I'm going to put them inside there, because there's not much other purpose for that, but that looks pretty cool. Let's fire up Asteroids for the first time. Marquee is lighting up. It's a little overblown because I'm trying to capture the screen itself here. Okay, there's the game. Now, there's actually an option in this thing where I can set it to what they call the Replicade Attract mode, because what we're looking at right now is standard attract mode, what you would have seen if you were walking past an Asteroids in the arcade. Neat thing, there is actually a neat kind of a 3D effect going on with the bezel there. I can't really do it justice, but other people who have filmed this have actually shown you do have a little recessed element, and the meteors on the left-hand side of the screen are pronounced forward, so it does have a neat look. And it's probably not coming out, but the volcano lights are lit up there. That's very, very cool. I'm going to give this a try. I'm going to play this and find out, is it in fact controllable and playable like the original? I don't think so, but here we go. All right, now I just got to put a coin in with the owl button. There we go. It says push start. And yeah, this is going to be very typing on a keyboard like a little piano. So bear with me here. Here we go. I haven't even adjusted the volume. There's no volume at all. Okay, hang on. Let's get the volume up. Okay, good. We have sound. I'm probably going to be causing the camera to shake. Apologies for that. Ooh, okay, I'm dead. Now let's play this properly here. Ugh, no good at all. Looks very nice. I think this button seems a little stuck. Maybe it's just early and I'm not used to pushing on this yet. Now, one bit of complaint some people have had are that the shots coming out of the ship are way bigger than they should be, and maybe that was to make it look like a vector monitor with the glow. I think what I've actually heard is the testers realize that you can't actually see the tiny little shots unless they make them look bigger, so I'm actually okay with it. I know a lot of people want this to be adjusted in a firmware update. I don't think they're gonna. I don't mind if they don't. Huh. Is that it? I think that should... Oh no, I got one more level. One more life. Okay, that's me dead. Well, first game, what do I think? This button seems... Now, admittedly, I am playing this on a weird angle here so that I can capture it relatively well. But I'm not minding it so far. Okay, let's do a proper one again. Oh, put in a coin. And press start. And try not to shake the camera too much. I will say, most of the other buttons are really good. It is very playable. Ugh. I think that one's just getting a little stuck, or maybe it's just because I'm at a weird angle here, as I was saying. It might loosen up with a bit more play. But it looks the part. There were concerns, like I was thinking to myself, okay, if they're saying that if the bullet shots look too big, I looked again at my Tempest machine, which is actually based on a vector game, and it looks really nice. So I was thinking, well, maybe have they made compromises for the fact that it's not a vector display? Come on, get that one. Other than those shots, the ship looks really crisp and clean. So do the rocks themselves. The score looks really nice. I am very pleased with this. And oh my god, I think I got one more life. Yes. It is very playable. Here was me concerned it would not play very well at all. Or at least I was waiting for reviews, but it is playable. It does work. I like it. Oh, let's put my name in again. Yeah. So there we go. In fact, let me just, I'll just adjust the brightness. There you go. You can see that the asteroids, like, my camera tends to sort of bloom it out a little bit. But that's nice. Now, one last thing while we're here. If I hold the other owl button, that gets us to the menu. And you can adjust the marquee light and all that kind of stuff. I want to change the attract mode. It's off right now. How do I go up and down the list? Oh, that's to turn stuff on and off. No, that's also up and down. How do you go up and down the list? The heck? Is that the way? No. How do you change value? Pressing the action button. Okay, but how do I go up and down the list? I don't see how you go up and down the list because I want to try out the other attract mode. Wait a minute. Actually, before I read the fine manual, I just realized you have to press this button to go up and down the list. So let's go down. Oops, hang on. Let's hold that again. There we go. Sorry, not the, that brings up the menu. This allows me to go up and down the list. So if I turn Replicade Attract Mode on, I was not quite understanding what this was about until I saw somebody actually had their little collection of Replicade machines, and they had this mode playing. And I thought, well, wait a minute. What's the difference? Like, this is just regular Attract Mode, but with sound effects. And then I realized, oh yeah, if you've got a bunch of these machines, if you've got Dragon's Lair, if you've got Street Fighter sitting there playing in a little line, you're going to kind of want to have this attract mode on so that it's at least doing some sound effects, which is not genuine to the original machine, but it is the way it would be sounding if it was being played in an arcade. So this is essentially just attract mode with sound effects. And that's good because that gives it, if you've got a bunch of these lined up, and you've got, I don't know, some kind of display happening, it just gives it a bit of audio flair. So I'm going to just turn that back off again. Let's go to the menu, hold that in, go up and down the list there, and we'll turn Replicade track mode off because I don't need that. Close with the right coin button. Okay. Oops. Yeah, only once. Okay. That is pretty good. I'm liking it. I'm going to give this button the benefit of the doubt that it's going to be better the more I play it. There we go. No sound effects now. But very, very cool. It is actually quite playable. And it looks great. Okay, here is Tempest. Here's my little arcade running with all my different little machines, including Space Invaders there. And the Change Machine and Asteroids is now making a nice addition to the group. Look at that. Very, very happy with this thing. Very happy with all of these machines, actually. I did play a bit more, and I found this thing, it did just need to be loosened up a little bit. It does play just fine using all of the buttons. It is quite playable. Very, very good. One minor criticism, I think, is that whenever I run low on battery here on Tempest, there'll be a little indicator in one of the corners of like a little red battery sign, and I know that's time to charge it back up again. Thus far with Asteroids, I did try and like drain the power, and I didn't see anything in the corners. Now, this has got this sort of little lip here, so I don't know if maybe that means it's covered or something. I was going to let it fully drain, and I thought, well, what if it drains and I can't get it back on again? So maybe there is a better battery indicator. I have not let it dry too much, but then again, I did let it play for like 3 or 4 hours, and Tempest at best is like good for 2.5. So then again, Tempest is a sort of a relatively old release, so maybe that's a factor. I don't know. However, I'm very happy with my little arcade, and let's see if I can just change the brightness so you can see those over the marquees there. Can you make that out? Yeah, the marquees do look very nice. The camera can't quite struggle with both the background being visible and also the marquees. So, I know there is Dragon's Lair and there is Street Fighter, which I did try, but I don't think they would go with the kind of tone of all my other machines. And I've got Dragon's Lair to death on other platforms. So I know Missile Command is coming. That's a bit tough. I don't think I'll get that. And 1941 is coming. I don't really have much of an interest in that one. So we'll see what the future holds. Maybe there will be a third edition beyond the Change Machine. Or maybe this will be it. If so, I'm very, very happy. I think this looks quite nice on the shelf with all the machines sitting there in a row. All right. Well, until next time, we'll see you down the rabbit hole.